Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Amusement Park Fan 62. It is Thursday, December 22nd, at around almost 1 o'clock. So we're 2 days away from Christmas Eve and 3 days away from Christmas Day. I'd like to take this opportunity first before I go on to say, everybody, I appreciate everybody as far as supporting me on this channel. I know it has not been the best this year as far as content being put up, because I'll put stuff up, it'll come back down again, and so forth. So I'm sorry about that, but before I go on, this may be my last video before Christmas, so if it is, Merry Christmas. Now, if you're like me and a lot of the US, you are preparing for a winter storm that's coming, that's supposed to come tonight into tomorrow. Now, I would like to talk about that for just 1 minute or so. Now, here they are saying anywhere from about 4 to 6 inches of snow, along with potentially 50-mile-an-hour gusts at times. So, what does this mean for all this? Well, at least tonight, unfortunately, all this is going to have to be put down. I hate to put it down, but the risk is just too great for something to happen to these. So I don't want to put these down, but I have to. I'm going to try tomorrow to put these back up in time for Christmas. It just depends on the weather, the wind, and stuff like that. Now, as far as those are concerned, I honestly have no idea about those at this point, because I just don't know what to expect. And that is the big thing. And that is the bad part, is when you don't know what to expect, because you do your best to keep these up. You do your best to keep your display up in general, like a lot of us do. But the main problem is just the weather that they're saying that it's going to do. The weather is just not good for that. And if it was just snow and cold, I would have been fine leaving these up. Because from what I've understood from people, these can take that kind of temperatures. But it's the wind is what's concerning me the most, because especially something like this just blows in a small amount of wind, and you can see what the head does. So imagine what that would do in 50-mile-an-hour gusts. That would probably be halfway down the block. So that is the main concern. I just got these how I wanted them. As far as the Santa's list is concerned, I know what those elves are struggling. I am coming up with better options, more for next year at this point. Like this is what the head does every time there's a little bit of wind. But anyway, like as you can see with this elf, he does not want to stand, so I have to have this supporting it. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but these elves have been doing this since I put these up back in November. So unfortunately, yeah, it's probably good to put these down, just because you just don't really know what is going to happen. And these, while these are cheap, when you look at it from one standpoint, it adds up quickly. So, and like I said, I am going to try and have these up in time for Christmas. I'm not promising anything at this point. I am going to try. Before I end this video, if you are in this line of storms that's coming through, please stay safe. This is not a joke. This extreme cold that is supposed to be here by tomorrow morning is nothing to joke about. And you need to take this seriously. So if you come out tomorrow or Friday, Christmas Eve, depending on what part of the country you're in, please bundle up. This is not a joke. You need to take this seriously. I realize that, you know, for a lot of us, we're not used to the extreme cold like that, unless you watch this from like northern US and so forth. But you need to take this seriously. A lot of this, it can be a life and death situation. And you need to take this seriously so you can, one, enjoy your Christmas, and two, make sure you're not in a emergency room due to frostbite and so forth. Because you don't really realize when it is that cold just how fast your body can lose heat. Now you'll be like, well, I'm covered up. Cool. But that doesn't mean because you're covered up that everything is be all fine and dandy, because you still have your head and so forth. So you need to take this seriously. And keep a good eye on the weather. Now, if you have inflatables in this weather, I would highly suggest you put them down or take them inside, depending on certain things, because they could potentially get destroyed if you're not careful. Would I like would I like these up for Christmas? Absolutely. That's what I buy them for. But I am going to try. There's nothing that says I will or I won't at this point. So please take this seriously. I will do a video tomorrow of what my yard looks like, and maybe as the inflatables are going up too, I don't know. Now, the part that is concerning for me right now is the fact they are wet, and that how you're just going to pile snow on top of these, and then and so forth. So if you are in this line of weather, please be careful. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them down below and I will try to answer them to my ability. Like I said, stay safe.